Welcome back to Story Time. Now we are listening to a series of stories about the great devotees. And today's story is about a great devotee and saint of Karnataka. His name was Kanakadasa. In a village called Bada near Dharwad district in Karnataka, there lived a shepherd couple, Biregowda and Pachamma. This shepherd was so skillful that by dint of hard work, he became the headman of his village. However, he had one sorrow, that he was childless. And so this devout couple made a pilgrimage to the holy shrine of Tirupati. After this, they were blessed with a son, and because he was born after the visit to Tirupati, they called him Timma, which is how the Lord Balaji is also known. As Timma grew up, he was very sharp, just like his father, and he would often pose questions. He would look at all the animals when they were grazing and ask his father, "We feed them, we water the flowers and the plants in our garden. So isn't it true that they live because of us?" While his devout father would answer, "Come with me, let us go to that hilltop. Do you see the forest down there? Do you see all the trees on this hill? Who waters them? Who looks after them? It is not man, it is God who is the protector of all. Always remember that He is the one who takes care." And this is what little Timma absorbed into his being. So once, when the time had come that his parents passed away and he was still a child, though he was totally grieved, he remembered these words and he realized that Keshava or the Lord Krishna would look after him. And thus he grew up to be a young lad with this strong belief. Once, while digging a patch of land, Timma found a huge treasure of gold coins. And because gold is known as Kanaka in Kannada, everybody started calling him Kanaka. Now, Kanaka was wondering what was to be done with this huge amount of gold coins. And he remembered that it was Lord Keshava who had not only looked after him when his parents had died, but he was the one who probably led him to this treasure. And so he decided that he would build a temple in a nearby village which was known as Kaginele, a beautiful temple of Lord Krishna. This Lord who looked after him and who looked after everybody who had no one to call their own. While the construction of this temple was almost being completed, Timma was called to take part in a fight between two villages. And in this fight, he was grievously wounded. He thought he would die. And again he remembered that there was only one person who could save him. And so he called out with all his heart. He told Keshava, "Won't you come and save me? Won't you look after your devotee?" And at that moment, he got a darshan of the Lord. He saw his dear Lord Krishna standing in front of him, and all his wounds got healed miraculously. He felt a surge of energy and he could stand up upright as though nothing had ever occurred. And after this, Kanaka decided that he would spend the rest of his life in the service of the Lord who had come and saved his life. And he became Kanaka Dasa. He became a Dasa, a servant of the Lord who roamed from village to village singing devotional songs and kirtans. He became famous as Kanakadasa, but there was still something that he wanted to learn, and that was the art of meditation. For he had noticed that even though he would sing and chant in front of his Lord, whenever he would see someone who was seated in meditation, he observed a kind of serenity and calmness that he also wanted to experience. And so he went in search of a guru. He finally reached the place where Swami Vyasa Tirtha would reside. And at that time, Vyasa Tirtha was busy constructing a tank for the village. They had encountered a huge rock which no amount of people could pull or push away. And at that time, Kanakadasa reached there and begged of Vyasatirtha that to please give him a mantra with which he could sit in meditation. Now, looking at the robes of Kanakadasa, Vyasatirtha realized that he was a shepherd, and he thought, what could a shepherd meditate on? And so he just told him, maybe the mantra of buffalo will work for you. While Kanakadasa, full of simplicity and surrender, sat down near that very rock and began to contemplate and meditate on this mantra of buffalo. So he kept chanting the word again and again, over and over, and all the people around started laughing. They found it so funny that somebody could be meditating on a buffalo. But to their amazement, a buffalo actually appeared. It was none other than Lord Yama's vehicle, and everybody began to run here and there, while Vyasatirtha realized the intensity and sincerity of the devotion of this Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa stood up and asked Vyasatirtha, the buffalo has come. What do you want him to do? And Vyasatirtha smiled and told him that ask the buffalo to move this rock aside. Folding his hands, Kanakadasa begged Lord Yama's vehicle to push away this obstacle, and the buffalo complied. Now Kanakadasa became one of the disciples of Vyasatirtha. All the other disciples became jealous, but the teacher had realized that for Kanakadasa, God was not just a word. God was not just in the prayers. God was real. He saw God everywhere. When he would sit cooking at home, if a dog happened to enter and then run away without eating anything, he would run after the dog, saying, God came to my house but went away without eating a roti. The people around laughed, but Swami Vyasatirtha understood. He realized that Kanakadasa was so pure in heart that he saw God everywhere. And now Kanakadasa began moving along with pilgrims heading towards Udupi, for he wanted to get a darshan of the Lord Krishna in the Sri Krishna temple at Udupi. Once he reached there, again the caste barrier came into play, and the priest did not allow him to enter. Kanakadasa begged again and again, but he was shooed away. And finally, Kanakadasa went to the back of the temple. He began pouring his heart out to the Lord. He began singing song after song, asking the Lord, Bagilannu Tegeri, please open the door, O Krishna. And at that moment, when the priest inside the temple was performing his daily puja, he saw a miracle. The idol of Sri Krishna began to turn and started facing backwards. The priest was stunned. He ran to the back of the temple, and there he saw Kanakadasa looking at the Lord of his hearts through a crack in the wall. The Lord had turned to face his devotee to enable his devotee to get his darshan. Now everybody realized the greatness and sincerity of devotion of Kanakadasa. And to this day, in this temple at Udupi, there is a window which is known as Kanakana Kindi. It is known as Kanaka's window, and through that one is supposed to take a darshan of the Lord of the temple. Such was the devotion of Kanakadasa. His songs are sung even today. He is considered as one of the greatest saints. And from his story, may we all get inspired to pray with so much devotion that the Lord has to turn around and face us. I hope you liked today's story, and if you did, do subscribe to the channel and do share the story with your family and friends. I will be back next Thursday with another story. Until we meet again, Hari Om.